How's it going, guys? Guess what? We're back for another episode. Hope yous have all been doing well. One thing I want to say is there's actually one thing I forgot in the last episode. I was going through the edits and I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And then I realized I looked at our sheep farm and I was actually going to put the dirt here as grass with the silk touch pick I got here, but then I completely forgot about it. What I'm going to do to start this episode off, I'm going to go down and collect some grass and fill this in. It's going to be a bit of a pain because we've got all the sheep in there, but we'll be able to deal with it, I reckon. Man, this is going to take so long to mine with like a pickaxe. I mean, I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but this was one of our other options. Another thing I want to say, I feel like we're due for another explore actually. Probably not right now. I mean, yes and no, we kind of are, but we're kind of not. Obviously, we need to finish all this off and whatnot from the last episode, but I'm like, we could probably really go for a mine. God, why am I saying mine? I mean, go for an explore because, I don't know, I feel like we haven't found a swamp yet or anything. Like, it would be really good to get slime, to have sticky pistons and stuff like that where we can add in like hidden doors or something like that. It'd be pretty good, I reckon. Just all those extra blocks and things we don't have. Okay, they've eaten all these ones. I'm just really hoping it just grows back. That's my main thing. Alright, so we've put a fair bit down. I know I've missed a couple blocks. I might just let it sit and then see if just most of it grows back at least and just see what happens. But yeah, anyway, while that does its thing, I mean, I hope it works, but if not, yeah, I'm gonna have to do more research. Back to where we left off on the last episode was in here. So we got this room pretty laid out for how we want it. The next thing was this part here, like this wall. So we've got to work out how we actually want this to sit. I might start off by building a pillar here, because then once we get this wall sorted, we can start looking at our entrance for the stairs going down. But in saying that, we also need to get our roof, like ceiling sorted as well, but we'll get along to that. We're gonna work something out with this wall here because I know we haven't got too far like deep that way to go until we hit where the farms are above ground. So okay, I've got a bit of a plan. I'm gonna keep where these pillars are in line. I'll do the same thing like at the same level here in line, but across a bit. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. I'll just make a bit of a layout for it and then you'll understand what I mean. Okay, so this is sort of what I'm thinking. I don't know how I feel about the stairs like this, but I had no other idea. I could have added another pillar, but I'm like, kind of like a bit of a gap in here because I can put like a crafting table in there and it lines off like the flooring, the birch wood to come across here, and then our stairs can like start into here. Alright, so I've dug a bit more out for these stairs. So this is going to be the sort of look that it's going to have, if you know what I mean. So we'll have some sort of, obviously we'll decorate all this wall here, but we're gonna have them come down like this, and obviously a normal floor here and whatnot. Once we get further into the mountain down here, it'll be like another whole row of like with what we've got here, if that makes sense. So we can have like a few farms maybe down here that we might not have, or you know, whatever we come up with basically. Alright guys, so I've dug a bit more and that's how deep we're gonna go into the ground. So we come down here and I've checked up the top already, so I think this is a comfortable depth. Depending on how we go down here, I also noticed I'll just show you quickly. I'll run up to the top on the grass so you can see what I mean when I explain this. Okay, so obviously our stairs come all the way down into the ground here, and it's like our tunnels are gonna come across here somewhere, and I thought it's gonna hopefully maybe, I mean, if it does reach the end of the mountain here, like the side of it, it'd be mad to actually have another big window built into here. Yes, you're probably thinking, man, this guy loves his windows. And yes, I do, because it looks so cool. It's like a massive open feeling inside the house, so I reckon it'll look pretty cool. I'm just going to place a few blocks in here to start shaping some things up before we get too carried away with down here, because obviously we haven't finished this whole room in here properly yet, so I don't want to get too carried away. I just want to get this main layout, like the face of this sorted, just so we know where we're at and how we can make this all work out. Alright, so that's how the entrance will roughly look. Obviously I'll get more jack-o'-lanterns in here, so that will be the sort of look I'm gonna probably go for. Another thing I was gonna say, actually, these walls just here, I'm gonna have these just the leaves so it matches this side. I'm hoping it doesn't look too plain. I mean, I don't think it will. Alright, so that's what it looks like with the leaves in it. I feel like I could, because that's obviously only 2 blocks wide, I feel like we could probably add like an extra sort of look into it. It looks a bit plain just sitting like that. Okay, actually think that's the look I'm probably going to go for, because it just has a bit more detail. I'll put a lantern down in here as well. I kind of like that look a bit more than just the plain wall, so I'm going to go with that look, and I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. Alright, so that's all our torches gone now. We've just done the main outline of the floor here for the time being. Yeah, so it's coming along. Actually, I meant to say there's one other thing. Oh man, I never realized it was this easy just to put these in and get raw iron for it. Man, I feel so stupid, eh? I literally tried like all these different things, nothing worked, and it was that simple. Oh, thanks guys for letting me know how to do it. Man, that was embarrassing. So we can put a heap more of this carpet down through here now. This floor is pretty much all finished. So I think it's gonna finish for just this room here, just because I don't want to spend a lot of time on the one thing. So we can just mix things up as we go. I wouldn't mind finishing or doing something in this room here, because once this room's finished, we can bring the carpet up, finish everything, and the ceiling here. I've made my mind up, and in here is going to be an enchantment room. Yeah, okay, so enchanting room's just here, and it's pretty awfully close to where this room is going to sit. Oh, I mean, you know what? We can just remove some of this if we have to, of that old enchantment room, because if we're going to bring it down here anyway, there's no point in having it just sitting out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start digging a heap of this out and see what we can work out with it. Alright, so I think that's how it's going to look. So I'm going to have like a stone brick sort of arch to it, and obviously these will come in something like that. I'm trying to work out, because this is center here, so we'll have the enchanting table sitting in here somewhere, and then we'll pretend that's it. We need a gap around it, and then that's when the books can start. I've just got to work out how I want it to sit in here exactly, so I'll have to just dig a bit more, and then we can work out how we want more of the entrance sort of part to look as well. Okay, so I dug a little bit more out of it. Obviously, we're bumping into the old enchantment room now. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to just run up. I'm going to grab the silk touch pick, and I'm just going to empty out that room up there so we can get our books, or our bookshelves. Then once we've cleared that out, then I can put the enchanting table down and kind of see more of where I can actually sit it. Man, don't get me wrong, it's a shame to sort of dig this up like this, but I mean, it's going to look so much better down there. And we're going to be spending more time down there as well. Alright, so that's it all emptied out, and now we just got to dig back into here, just like how we were before. Alright, so I think we're getting somewhere with it now. I chose these, what are they called again? Oh yeah, the crimson stem. So I'm going with these. Okay, so I've cleared a bit more now. I'm thinking we'll have it, because I'm going to have it the same obviously as like how we did up there, but I actually don't mind adding in like a bunch more like books to it, if that makes sense. I might have to make this just a bit bigger. So I actually need a few more bookshelves for the type of design that I'm going for with the enchantment table. Well, how the books, like the bookshelves, are all going to sit. So we just need a little bit more leather, which we don't really have a lot of. How much have we got now? 18. Okay, that'd be plenty. So we'll leave all these cows in here. We won't kill any more, because I had to breed a few of them to make sure that we actually had enough for this. Man, I'll say one thing, it is so hot right now, because obviously I'm in Australia, but man, it's cooking right now. Alright guys, I finally come up with a design I kind of like. I was trying to actually get these bookshelves to come out on a diagonal a bit, and like curl around into the crimson stem pillars here on either side, but it just wasn't working. I mean, it could if I made a heap more, but I just thought, it's just not really necessary to, so I'm pretty happy with this design, so I'm just going to keep it like this, I think. And then for lighting, just swap these picks around. I'll put 2 in the back here, so the back it's just lit up a bit, and then we'll chuck another 2 here. Man, the hard part with this right now is actually trying to work out what we do in here, because in there is going to already be interesting, because we'd probably have something like this in here so that all matches up. Actually, you know what I could do with this part? A stone brick there, and then we'll bring that pillar up to there, because then we can sort of, actually no, I'll actually just get rid of that, and we'll put a stair there. So we'll just have that look in it, and then we can chuck a jack-o'-lantern in here, like how we did with the other, like these bits here, and a trapdoor over that. So that's pretty much that part of this room now sorted as well. But in here, this is where it gets interesting, because I've got to work out how I want this to sit. Yeah, okay, this is going to be tricky. I might need a minute to just try and work this out, actually. Alright, so I've come up with an idea. I'm going to leave this dirt, and I'm going to try and actually grow some wheat in here, so we have that similar sort of look like what we had up there. That will be a stone brick there. And then, yeah, I'll just put some like plants and stuff in here, or I might even grow some, not even wheat. I might grow some carrots or something. I don't know, we'll just see what looks good in there. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere with it slowly now. now. So we've got these hidden lighting, like the glowstone at the back here. We put the trapdoors over them. And I'm probably going to get wheat in the back here, and then we'll have like carrots or something growing down the sides. So I've just got to build the same thing that I built there onto this side here. Alright, so I've built the two sides to it now. I'm really hoping that this actually grows, because I don't know if it's getting enough light and that. I mean, I hope so. I mean, we'll find out very soon. So I'll just do the same on this side, plant some carrots in here, so it has like a nice green look to it or something. Probably go get some bone meal in a minute to see if it actually will grow. But yeah, I think that's going to be the main look of it. And then obviously we're going to work something out for the ceiling in here as well. Some of you are probably thinking, why the hell is he putting like farms with his enchantment room? But obviously I'm not really going to be harvesting any of this. This is literally just for looks. Yeah, see, I don't mind that. I mean, some of you are probably laughing at me right now, but I mean, I actually really don't mind the look of it. So for the ceiling in here, it's going to have like a slab look like this, and then I'll have a bit of the leaves and then a light in the middle. So that's what I'm thinking for the ceiling in it. Alright, so that's our slabs built in like that. Then, oh wait, I must have put the leaves over here somewhere. Oh yeah, here they are. Alright, sweet, and that's our leaves, and we'll just chuck a lantern in there for the lights. And we just need to make one trapdoor. So just one trapdoor for this, and then that's our ceiling finished. And then obviously I'm thinking I'll probably put crafting table. Oh, will it need one? No, probably not. No, I'll just leave it. We won't put one in here. But what it will need though at some point, like I'd like to have an anvil in here, that's for sure. So we'll just collect some more carpet, try and finish off the carpet in that room so we can have that room completely finished off. Alright, so these are the last touches now. Just chuck down our red carpet. Alright, and that's our enchantment room completely finished. Just gonna quickly check. It is, oh god, we've done something horribly wrong here. What have I done? Is it the carpet maybe? Alright, let's just retry that. Oh, okay, yeah, it was the carpet. Maybe we only bring the carpet out to here. Okay, sweet, that still works. So I'll just have to come up with something different around this, which I'll just go look at now. But man, lucky I double checked that. So I'll put a lantern right under the table, because we will have to remove these. But man, yeah, lucky I checked that. We'll just see how this looks. We'll just chuck this in here like that. Oh no, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, so I've come up with another idea. We'll just see how this looks. Okay, and to finish this little room here off, the idea I actually had was putting this in and then go up here, chuck a clock in, something like that. Just so you can see what the time is. Not that it really matters, because we can just look out this big window we've got out here. So I know we are due for another explore actually. We need to find some new stuff, I think. That's definitely one thing that's on the list. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.